This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. In our national COVID-19 update, health officials confirming the unfortunate death of a 71-year-old male of Abaco who died on March 12th. This death pushes the country's COVID-19 related death toll to 186, with 15 deaths under investigation. As for COVID-19 additional cases, a total of 65 were confirmed in country between Friday, March 12th and Sunday, March 14th. 22 cases confirmed on Friday, the 27th on Saturday, and 16 on Sunday. 31 on Grand Bahama, 31 on New Providence, 7 on Abaco, 1 each on Bimini and Cat Key and Eleuthera, and 1 case with the location pending. Of those confirmed cases, 8 have a history of travel within 14 days, 7 of New Providence, and 1 on Grand Bahama. The national count now at 8,765. Of that number, 880 are active cases, 17 cases are in hospital, 15 are considered moderately ill, while 2 cases are in the intensive care unit. 17 cases recovered between Friday and Saturday. The total there now at 7,645. To date, some 71,942 tests have been completed. In news from Parliament, House of Assembly Speaker Jcn Moultrie coming to the defense of the clerk of the House following last week's blunder of the Senate, which, because of a lack of a quorum, the meeting in the upper chamber was forced to an abrupt adjournment. On Friday, opposition leader of business in the Senate, Fred Mitchell, released a statement noting that senators were summoned to meet on Friday, March 12th. However, the president of the Senate who summoned the senators was a no-show, and no minister of the government showed up. Shortly after Senator Mitchell released that statement, leader of government business in the Senate, Attorney General Carl Bethel, released a statement explaining that a notice had been issued for a meeting for today, March 15th. However, after a cabinet meeting last Tuesday, it was indicated that the government intended to continue with debate on the financial bills on the same day. A note was subsequently sent requesting that the Senate be brought forward to Friday, March 12th. The statement further went on to say that, unfortunately, despite this request, the clerk did not issue a notice to change the date of the meeting until 6:44 p.m. on Thursday, March 11th. Well, to that, Speaker Moultrie says certain information was brought to his attention over the weekend that he considered most improper, and says he sought to clarify with the clerk.
A public press statement was released by the Office of the Attorney General with respect to the abrupt ending of the meeting at the Senate on Friday. This press statement, which is very inappropriate in my estimation, seeks to place the blame for this difficulty on the clerk of the Parliament, who, of course, is unable to respond to such a statement, being a civil servant. So I made inquiries of the clerk to determine exactly what transpired that led to the adjournment of the Senate.
According to the Speaker, information provided by the clerk suggested that the statement released was a misinterpretation of what transpired.
In fact, the information that I received from the clerk indicates that, as opposed to the statement which says that the clerk was advised from Tuesday to convene the Senate on Friday, the information is clear that the clerk received such information at 6:18 p.m. on Thursday to convene the Senate on Friday, and the clerk took immediate action to try to convene the Senate as per the request of the President of the Senate, which came, like I said, late on Thursday evening.
Speaker Moultrie contends that the lower chamber had also not known it was sitting until Thursday.
Now this matter is further exacerbated by the fact that I also received information dated the 1st of March from the Cabinet Office, which seeks to suggest that the Clerk of the Parliament of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is responsible to the Secretary to the Cabinet as opposed to being responsible to the Speaker. That is, in my estimation, an absurd position for any parliament.
The independent House Speaker says the strange hold on the judiciary and legislative branches of the government must come to an end. A male believed to be in his early 40s has died following a freak boating accident here in the capital on Sunday evening. The incident taking place in the area of Anthol Island, according to police. Shortly after 6 p.m., police received reports of the incident. Assistant Superintendent of Police Audley Peters gave reporters on the scene more details.
The captain of a 19-foot Yamaha jet craft reported that while he was cruising into port towards the Montague Harbor, he noticed a jet ski cruising in his direction. As they attempted to evade each other, both crafts collided into one another. The captain fished a male out of the water and attempted to verify whether there were signs of life, but to no avail. The body and the jet ski was brought to shore. Emergency medical services were summoned, and following their examination of the body was pronounced lifeless.
Police press liaison ASP Peters says that the victim's face received extensive injuries. The police sends this warning to the public.
The captain of a 19-foot Yamaha jet craft reported that while he was cruising into port towards the Montague Harbor, he noticed a jet ski cruising in his direction. As they attempted to evade each other, both crafts collided into one another. The captain fished a male out of the water and attempted to verify whether there were signs of life, but to no avail. The body and the jet ski was brought to shore. Emergency medical services were summoned, and following their examination of the body was pronounced lifeless.
While JCN's news team was on the scene, we observed Her Majesty's coroner on the scene. ASP Peters says the coroner was appraised of the facts and the matter is under continuous investigations. Once completed, the matter will be forwarded to the coroner, who will conduct a coroner's inquest. Stay with us. Our final stories are up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.